Hello Scott, this is Brandon May. This is my screencast-o-matic presentation on my Weebly blog and my WebQuest presentation. So this here is my Weebly. This is the home page. It has my name and just a quick welcome to my blog and a picture of me. Second page we have my biography. It's just a quick introduction on who I am, where I come from, some of my hobbies such as backpacking, how many semesters I've been here at CWI, what I plan to do after 2 more semesters when I graduate, go to BSU, graduate there with a bachelor's in secondary education. It's social sciences. And then I'd like to work with 11th or 12th graders doing U.S. history or government. So the next page we have is going to be our word assignments from this semester. The top one here is on our choice of the online source that we could use. I chose Reactivity, which is basically an online tool for staying organized. And then we have our resources on MLA formatting. Next page that we have is our Excel assignment. We only have the one assignment. It's just kind of our play around with the workbook. So that's what I have here. Next page after that is going to be the PowerPoint assignment. Once it loads here, so it's got my lesson plan. It's got a PowerPoint that I uploaded. This is actually a presentation that I made for an observation class at Ridgeview High School where I observed this semester and last semester. So the theme that I picked didn't give all of the different pages on one, so we're going to go up to more, and that'll bring up everything else here. We're going to WebQuest assignment. I couldn't find a free way to add it to this site, so I have the link here. It is a hyperlink, so we can click it, but I already have it opened up here. And then we have other examples. We didn't have much in the way of other examples from what we already did, what we've already showed. Mainly it's just screenshots and just clipping on the screen. That's what these are here. So now we're going to go to the web quest that I made. For some reason, my computer's having issues with loading the web quest, and it's taking a lot of time to load it, so I'm just going to stay on the main screen here because we don't have time to play around with it and go screen to screen, but I know that you're going to look at it. So this is my welcome page. I did my web quest on the Protestant Reformation. The description reads, as you can see, the spread of Protestantism and the decline of Catholicism. It's geared for a high school level, mostly sophomores and juniors, U.S. history class. History is social studies, and then keywords really is just Protestant Reformation. Going into the introduction, it's just a quick intro on what the Protestant Reformation is. The key player to it is Martin Luther, and how he has changed, or how he changed the thought of religion, the Christian religion, from Catholicism to Protestantism. The task that I introduced for my students, they had to read chapter 13, I believe, is the number that I gave them in the textbook. And they had to watch a PBS documentary, which is embedded in this as well, on Martin Luther. They had to take notes on both of those while they did it. And there was a chapter 13 quiz that they had to take. And then the big process that I had put together for them is they had to go on to a site such as Blackboard that they would have get together in groups of 2 to 3 people and create a 20-question quiz with questions and answers. And then they also had to post on a discussion board summarizing the documentary and their own opinion on the Protestant Reformation, on specifically the 95 Thesis of Martin Luther. And then they had to post 200 words or more, no less than 200 words on Blackboard, their summary and their opinion. And then they had to respond in 50 words, no more or no less than 50 words on at least 2 others. Presentations or discussions that they posted. As far as the evaluation goes, I put in a rubric. I broke it into 4 different sections. The first section was going to be reading the textbook. The second section was watching the video and taking notes on it. The third section was their post into a discussion board with 200 words. And then the last and final one was going to be I believe I did it on their quiz that they had to take. So it broke it up into 4. Each section was worth 25 points, so they had a total of 100 points that they could get, and my expectations were broken broken down into 4 different categories as well. The conclusion just wrapped it up for them, a little more detailed than the introduction, so they could recap on what they learned, and then I tied it into how the Protestant Reformation changed Catholicism and persecution for religious beliefs, and how that forced people into America, and that's basically the history and how America was born and grew. And then on the teacher page, I said what the level of this course was. This course was designed for an AP U.S. history class, so really it was designed for juniors that are functioning a little bit higher. They want to get the extra college credit points. So it's not going to be just your standard juniors. It's going to be the ones that want to be there in that class. So it is a little more advanced. But in my experience with teaching this one in high school, that this lesson works really well. And then I also plugged in the Idaho Common Core standards for the history. It's going to be a 6 through 12 history Common Core standard. But again, this one was a little bit more advanced. So that wraps up the web quest. Like I said, I didn't go page to page because my computer takes about 5 minutes from going page to page, but they're all there. So when you open it up, I know you're going to go through it all and look at it, so it's going to be there for you. So yeah, that's my Weebly and that's my web quest. Any questions you may have, Scott, feel free to email me. Thanks for a great semester this semester. Good luck.